What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and this is I'm going to make the interior for your remake post office. Um, I talked about some things I accidentally kind of realized that I should have added specifically PO boxes, but it's still better than the old one, and I talked about what you could do with that. Because yeah, I don't have a ton else to say about this. I mean, it's a post office, it's an interior, it exists. It's post officey. Yeah, I think that is all I have time to say. So with that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Alrighty, so the space name for this is, well, I don't need any space. All you need is your, the post office from whenever the frick it uploaded. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know anymore. I'm doing everything in strange orders. I'm so mad because I did it on the wrong, one, though. I put the interior originally on the, gridded one, which always annoys me. I don't know why. But you do need some materials, and the ones you need to start off are stone bricks, red terracotta, red concrete, smooth quartz blocks, light gray concrete, birch doors, spruce doors, blue concrete, and a singular warp stair. That should get your layout done. I would also recommend, obviously, doing the old night vision thing. Oh, I was going to say I can do it the one way, but I can't. I have to do it this way, although that's still fairly quick. There you go. Quicker than I guess it would have been the other way. You want to start by coming inside your post office, and before we do the floor, we have some suspicious things going on here. So, I gotta figure out what I don't actually know if I can figure out what the number is. I just realized, sick. I didn't think this one through very well. Come to the back right, and we're just gonna start with a odd certain amount of number. I don't really know what, but basically around the doors, you just want to place. You basically want to bring all this wall left by 2, except you want it to all be red terracotta. So I'm just not even getting, except for the bottom row. The bottom row wants to be stone bricks, and I'll just do maybe like 5 rows in front of the garages. That seems about right. I feel like it's 6, but I'm not gonna tell you that. Well, I'm going to tell you that because I just did, but I wouldn't recommend doing that because I don't know if that's actually right. And then again, just like, it's the bottom of our stone bricks and everything else, but it wants to be red terracotta. And then above the garage doors, you also want a red terracotta. I didn't consider this number when I did this, because I knew I needed this wall first, but I just kind of forgot the rest of the important stuff. Which will be a thing in a second here. Come to this back right-hand corner now, this new one, sort of a new one, and let me get out my note sheets, because I need those. Or my singular note sheet. You want to count left by 8. And going forward, you want to place 21 stone bricks. Frickin', god dang it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. See, I was right. It was 6. And then you want to connect that stone brick to the right wall. I knew I was going to be right. I was like, I don't want to say that, but I'm pretty sure it was in the middle, and it was in the middle. Of course. Of course it was. On every single stone brick except that first one you place in that back, you want to place another or singular red terracotta. On that back one, you want to place a spruce door. It doesn't matter which side you place it on, although preferably either the left or right. I like the left just because, you know, I prefer the look to be better from the hallway perspective rather than the room perspective. That's just the way that I function. Kind of think of it as though the hallway is the main entrance, and then if you have rooms inside of rooms, even those doors will be, facing, so it kind of gets, it doesn't look bad unless you're leaving, which is a weird way to put it. The rest of the floor, other than in that room, you can just place directly on top of the grass, and it wants to be stone bricks. In that room, you have to break the floor and replace it with stone bricks. I guess just get both out of the way while we're here. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am for the most part, despite the Monday vibes. Monday vibes are never a fun time. But, yeah. I don't have anything else to really say. Yeah, there's really nothing to talk about. This one isn't. There's nothing to talk about this. Nothing to talk about that happened. It's just boring. Boring day. You technically don't have to do it in this gap, by the way. Well, this isn't really floor, so it doesn't count. But you get the point. You don't have to do it. Aha! I broke my game. Um, this isn't particularly perfect, but it's better than the old one. That's all I'm gonna say. The old one was abysmal, and I really didn't know where to go with it because I've never worked at a post office. And I was gonna do something, and I forgot to do the thing that I said I was gonna do in my head, and then, yeah. But it's a minor thing, and I'll talk about it when we get to it. Because it's kind of just a small detail. I don't know how I would do it, which is why I probably didn't do it. Because I was like, okay, I'm gonna figure out how I want to do this. And then I forgot to figure out how I wanted to do this. Incredible. This is a true classic. There you go, there's that floor done, and then, again, break at this one. Freaking loud grass. Why couldn't they have made the green stuff quieter? I don't understand, out of every block that, like, has a sound, the loudest one is the one that you use the most, probably, which is grass. You have to break it all the time, you have to place it all the time, especially, terraforming. Also, if you don't want to make this floor stone bricks, you don't have to. I just preferred to do it that way, because I was really lazy, too, and I didn't really feel like getting out another block. I think stone would be an interesting one to play around with. And also, I don't even know if the mail trucks will fit in here. I haven't gotten that far. I'll try to make them fit, but just know that try. That's all. Okay. Now, I gotta figure out exactly... Okay, never mind. I know where to go from here. Okay. Just makes sense. Enough. So sorry the way I do this is always weird, because I don't know. The night vision way is easier than doing the ceiling, because the ceiling doesn't correspond properly with the rooms. I used to do it, I think, where I did the lights first sometimes, but, well, I don't even know. Oh, I guess because I also had one room things at a time. Anyways, you want to come to the front left-hand corner of this garage room, and that's this corner. And you want to basically place a little kind of corner of red concrete coming out of it, like that. Bring the middle block of that on the left side here, left with 5 light gray concrete. And then a red concrete. Bring that red concrete back 1, and also bring it forward 1, and then left 2. Like that. From that far left one, go back diagonally to left 1 with a red terracotta. Bring it left 2, and then left with 2 spruce doors. Like that. There you go. Pretty simple. What I would do is I would take this red terracotta here, and I'd bring it, this right one, I'd bring it right 2, and then back by 5. Yeah. And then leave a 7 block gap moving back from that. And then just connect it to the back wall, like that. You want to counter the 5th one back, which is this one, and you want to bring it left with a birch door, and then, not concrete, 5 red terracotta. One last thing, and then we can start walling. Find the middle of that 7 block gap, and you want to count right by 2, and from this, you want to just bring red terracotta to the right. Like that. So there you go, that's your layout. It's really, it looks kind of weird, but it's not that bad. Anyway, you can then bring each red terracotta up by 4, or at least where you can. However much you can bring it up by, except for above the blue, then just do 4. Or I guess inside the blue area, then just do 4. And also, I would leave... Actually, never mind. I was going to tell you to leave a wall, but don't do that, because it's just breaking a single red terracotta. So if you're in survival and you don't have a pickaxe, that wall don't fill in. But under any other circumstances, I don't think 1 block is going to be that painful to break. God, how does I even do that? Not how do I, how does I? Great, fantastic grammar. I should teach an English class when I grow up. Or at least get older, I should say. I'm not really... I shouldn't say grow up, it's not like I'm 9. I mean... Some days I feel like it, but that's entirely wrong. I think it's the other way. As in, you know what? I'm gonna stop talking before I say something questionable, because that's usually what happens. There you go. Pretty simple. There's like 3 things we have to do. Let me actually I want to check this thing because I don't know if it. Okay. You want to take these red concrete little weird things and thanks Minecraft Ambiance. You basically want to have them the same as these pillars. So you want to bring, I guess, each one up with a singular red concrete, and then the middle of each row 3 a smooth quartz block, red concretes on the other ones, and then up with an additional 2 red concrete. Sorry, that Minecraft Ambiance really caught me off guard because it sounded like a clicking sound, and that just really confused me because it just did. In line with the bottom row, like red concrete, you want to connect the pillars together along the top row at the same spot, basically. So you have this. We're gonna do, I think, 2 more things, and then will we clear inventory from there? Probably. It's a safe assumption. I guess while we're here, come to the right of that, these 2 pillars where the kind of little counter area is, and you want to leave a 1 block gap moving right, and you want to place a row of blue concrete that is as tall as the red pillar. I guess a column. The next row, what you want to do is you want to place a. You want to bring the bottom blue concrete right by 2, and then bring that right blue concrete up by 4. You want to connect the top 3 blue concretes together, and then you're gonna have a little gap here, and you just want to break into that gap, or break through it. Come to the back side. No, actually, I lied. No, I didn't lie. Come to the backside and you want to place a warp stair in line with the red terracotta. That's basically a little mail thing. So, logically, right, you would pull this down, you'd put an envelope in, and then you'd put it back up. And likely what it would probably be is, I didn't actually add this, although I should have. There'll probably be like a cart or something here that all the mail would go into. One thing that I'm just now realizing. P.O. boxes. Now, this isn't the biggest thing ever. I mean, you could. There are ways around doing it in a post office, but generally P.O. boxes are post office boxes. Crazy. I didn't add any. So what you could do is I'm gonna compensate and say you could hypothetically turn this into a doorway, and then have this as the P.O. box, and then probably have another wall there so they can't just go into the bathroom and they're on their own. Or you could knock out this wall and just make it P.O. boxes, and then perhaps have an entrance here. I'm not going to play around with that since I've already kind of done everything the way that I was anticipating doing it. But just, if you're worried about, or if you're thinking about the P.O. box, then you can do that. Or you could even, like, push a wall or something. Like, let's say the thing next to this is, I don't even know, an Arby's. Get rid of it. While we're in the main area, I almost forgot. You want to take these 2 red concrete pillars here. And you basically want to bring them up. Or you basically want to bring them so they turn into a full 3x3 pillar. I don't know how else to explain it. I got really sidetracked because of how this one is made. Because you see, this is the the original one. I mean, not the tutorial one where I have this row of that. And then above the doorway, you'll place red terracotta, I think, like that. It's really not much because you have this beam here, which I think I incorporated those pretty good for what I had to deal with. Okay. Coming to the back, and quickly, you have this kind of like 3-way thing. You kind of want to connect all these with a single row of red terracotta along the top. Like that. Clear your inventory and get out smooth stone slabs, ochre frogolites, or whatever light you want. It didn't even grab it. Sick. And then lanterns. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say, you do whatever you want for the light pattern. I really don't want to, like, specifically talk about this. Although, basically what the pattern is it's ochre frogolite, 2 upside down slabs, ochre frogolite, 2 upside down slabs, ochre frogolite. Basically going in every direction, including diagonally. And I'm going to just tell you the number, or where your first frogolite will be in each room. So in this front area, you're basically going to count through these pillars. Because the ceiling is above them technically. So the first one I think in here is in the back. Let me actually double check before I start running my mouth. Well, okay, let me actually try from the front. It'll be from the front right going back, two upside down slabs and a frog light. And then the rest of that again will correspond. So it would be two slabs, frog light technically, wait, frick, I screwed up. Two slabs, frog light, and then it'll just go all the way across that way. And that does line up properly. Uh, in this hallway, I didn't actually make it work that way because of the way this hallway is. Um, and you can also, by the way, for the rows that are technically missing a broken frog lights, you can use lanterns. I didn't. I only used one lantern. Um, but in this little hallway here, it was along the back wall at the far left and far right row. It started. In this room, ooh, I don't actually know if I have this one. Never mind, yes I do. It is from the back right going forward, two upside down slabs and then a frog light. The room behind it, it was from the front right-hand corner, ironically the same thing. Two upside down slabs and a frog light. Make sure that's right. Yeah, it is. Um, just to also remember, if these don't line up perfectly, that's fine. The front one specifically is gonna have some weird things going on. And then in the garage area, it was... Ooh, wait, what is it? I can't actually see that. It looks to be from the front, I guess front or back left, two upside down slabs and a frog light. Let me double check that. Yes, that is correct. So two upside down slabs and a frog light. Yeah, you're gonna have some weird things happen, I'm not gonna lie. But, yeah, all of your light patterns will be like that. And then the bathroom, I forgot to mention, it's just upside down smooth stone slabs, wherever there isn't the beam, and then kind of in the middle of the beam, I'd place a lantern. Also, I know I'm flooding a lot right now, but before you keep doing the light pattern, just stop for a sec, get out stone brick stairs, come into the garage room, and then just place a stone brick stair leading down from that spruce door, and place one in front of it facing towards the front of the build, just cause, yeah. And I'll actually add that cart in a sec here, when we start getting to the interior designing, quote-unquote, yeah, I will give you that. This one kind of lines up weird, although this is how I have it. I'm not really sure why I have it this way. My decisions are, in fact, mysteries. Although this I actually made the same day, unlike the exterior. So, like, I mean, I went outside for like 3 minutes after I did this, because I realized it was too cold and I didn't want to touch grass. But that's not going to change my opinion on the questionable things. I think a day is more understandable. I don't know. My building is just questionable sometimes. Although it gets the job done. I mean, like... I can look at my building and be like, yeah, I mean, it's solid. And then not really, like... I'm not saying it's the best building ever. I mean, you know, I'm definitely not even close. But, like, you know, it's enough for me to, like, sit here and be like, yeah, okay, this is good enough for a tutorial. Oh, there goes my night vision. I'm not even going to grab it back because we're literally doing the lights, so what does it matter, right? And then, yeah, the lighting's actually better than I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to lie. Because when I was originally doing it, I was like... Because I had the night vision still when I was doing it, then I was like, oh, this is going to be terrible. And it actually wasn't that bad. I mean, this kind of... Half of this is basically the outdoor lighting. Or the natural lighting, if you will. I don't know why I said that so weird. My voice, like, half did a thing where it just, like, died. Which didn't really help my case. But, yeah. That's, I think, something with, builds that I like to have. I don't like to rely on it, but I like it to be there. Because if you... I think there's a line to where if you rely on it, it kind of doesn't help either. Because also you gotta think that, like, a lot of these builds are open even when it's dark out. And if it's dark out and you're relying on natural lighting, you're screwed. Although I think, like, in a house, that's a whole different thing. Because you can... I mean, I guess if you, even as a public establishment, you can just have your lights off and have, like, windows showing the light in, you know? And then also I would follow this pattern through to the corner. So slab, light, slab, slab, light. And you see it does line up pretty nicely. At least, why? I have no words for that one. That's like a whole different level of stupid. Okay, there you go. let's start cracking down room by room. Start off by getting out. We can actually do like a lot at the same time, I think. Get out a warped sign, glowing sack. I'm actually gonna get out the white dye this time. Uh, stone stairs, stone brick stairs yet again. Nether brick fence. Smooth quartz slabs. And then I'll just go with really whatever you want to do on the shelves. I went with barrels and beehives because if you turn a beehive facing away, you get that, and it looks like a box. I think Crazy Gaming showed that to me. He probably got it. He got it from someone else, I think. I don't even know. He probably did. But, and not to call him out like that, but, you know. So for the nether brick fences, this really doesn't particularly matter. It's not, like, specific. But what I just did was kind of, like, 3 blocks away from the counter, just kind of place a little row. Just to kind of have a more organized line. But not really a full one, because I'm not taking up this entire area. There's a lot of open space, by the way, so do what you want with it. Above the little gap here in the blue concrete thing, I placed a sign, went down a line, I think I put envelopes. You can do whatever you want. And then the left click ones with a glowing sack. And if you want white dye, you don't actually have to. But, yeah. Second ambiance of the video. Come to the left side, the front left-hand corner going back. You just want to place, like, I don't even know, 8 or... Wait, that's not 8, that's 7. 7 ups and down stone stairs and maybe place 3 rows of them. Those can be envelopes, cards, whatever they might sell at a post office. I don't know. I haven't looked too hard. I just realized I missed another thing. Like, they have... Well... Just whiz around that one. I'll talk about that later. Come behind the counter and you want to place a stone brick stair on either side, facing back. And then this next part is up to you. Take out the last 3 materials in your inventory. The smooth quartz slabs, barrels, and beehives for me. Again, it just depends on how you want to make your boxes. You just kind of want to place some upside down smooth quartz slabs shelving around. What I did was in the back left here, this kind of hallway room, I placed 2 rows. In these 2 rooms, I placed them kind of in the corners and have just varying size heights for shelves. Just kind of do whatever you think works best. There's no specific answer to this. I think I'm actually doing it exactly the same as I had it. Maybe not block for block, but just like roughly. And then like these you wouldn't be able to fit boxes on. But those could be, I don't even know what. Just like, you know, just like some shelves like this. And then, oh, that really annoys me. And then on whatever shelves you can place some barrels, some beehives, just do whatever you want, really. There's not a specific right answer to this. It's kind of just like, you know, however you want it to be. It's like something like this could work nicely. Actually, just like a random assortment. There's literally nothing specific that you should do with this. It's just whatever you see fit. And then, thing that I mentioned is post offices should have a little room where they're gonna like take your photo and whatever for passports. Or at least mine does. That might not be an all post office thing, but I guess you could just like put a seat in the corner here and then just be like, okay, smile for the camera. Although a red background is sus. But it's fine. You could do a white banner or something as a background if you wanted. There's some options. What I'm going to tell you is to come into here and for the envelope slot, just place, I don't even know, just like a little 3x2 maybe of oak stairs. Just place like 3 along the wall. Place 2 moving out from either side and then 1 in the middle again. That just could be where envelopes fall into. So, you know. Then you'll have a stack of them. And you can load them right onto the mail truck. This could be envelopes, could be a lot of things. But yeah, I think that's really all I have, other than the bathroom, which I'll show you in a second. There's something else I wanted to mention. Oh yeah, as I'm mentioning, based on the things I've said, this isn't perfect. While I was making this, I kind of wasn't specifically thinking about that. I was just thinking about, okay, you know, what do I think of when I think of a post office? Boxes. You have room to switch some stuff around. That's all I'm gonna say. I want to challenge you, if you can make it better, to make it better. Even what I might do is I might just like take this at some point, maybe even on one of the doing the interior streams or improving some sort of stream like that, and just kind of switch it around and just see if I can get something better than what we have. Because like you can take out really this area and make this PO boxes. Although I don't really know how PO boxes work because I've never worked at a post office. But I mean that's not going to be a huge thing. I'd imagine you just like again have the entrance here somewhere. Um, yeah, that really isn't too hard to work around. I think because it doesn't need to be that big. I mean you just need an area in the back where you can shove the stuff in. And then again, the last thing is the bathroom. If you don't want guidance on this, just leave. But you need smooth quartz blocks, smooth quartz stairs, birch trap doors, lever, cauldron, lever, yeah, I guess cauldron, composter, and oak trap door. Come to the left side, this little row of 3 here. The middle one, you want to place smooth quartz block. Bring it towards you with an upside down smooth quartz stair. Bring that stair up with a birch trap door. Bring that trapdoor kind of, sort of, I guess, away from your back with a smooth quartz block, and then place a lever on the left. Back right corner, compost with an oak trapdoor on top, somewhere along the front wall, cauldron with a lever above it powered on. There you go. Just be careful with this, because TNT. That's all I'm saying. So there's that. And then, you know, you got all this stuff. You know. Just quickly showing again. But yeah, once you're done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is the interior of your remake post office complete. Hey, at least it's better than the old one. Oh, I almost went the wrong way because of the grid thing that I did. Thank you guys so much. If you guys did enjoy this video, I might make a mail truck tutorial. I probably will at some point. Yeah. Have you finished your dinner? And I will see you on the next one. Peace.